I still remember how this works. Honest. Where am I? What game are we playing? Football Manager. Nah, that sounds really boring. Should we do something else? No? Okay, fine. Back to Glasses United. I'll try and remember the controls on the way. Press X to flip Warthog. Hello, my name's Damien, and I'm the Tracking Football Manager, and welcome back to Glasses United. I know, right? I obviously have no idea what's going on. I did play through last night to this point, which is the last 2 games of the season. Apologies, but even having put a holiday into the release schedule, I still missed a video. The boy got chickenpox. Yeah, I know. It was is poor timing. Poor timing. He basically wrote off our entire holiday. But because I was at home with him and the wife, it wasn't really appropriate to record. And it would have all been rushed and bad anyway, as opposed to this, which is completely concise and really well programmed. Not much to keep you updated on in terms of transfers, because there hasn't been a transfer window. But schedule-wise, you were here for the Rock Cup quarters, maybe? Possibly? I don't remember. Honestly, wait. Hey, a fixture list. Look, maybe it was this 2-2 with Europa. Could be. Don't know. Can't remember. Could have been Lincoln. Beat Lions 5-2. Rickard, Williams, Tyree Simpson and Eaton sharing the goals around. 2-1 win away at Man 62. Dave Woods were both for goals. 2 penalties in this one. Then 2-1 win after extra time against Man 62 in the quarters of the Rock Cup. Emmanuel Williams and Kai Dover with the goals. Then Europa was a 1-0 defeat. Zajmi with the only goal of the game. We weren't great, but we weren't terrible. And let's face it, if you're only losing 1-0 to Europa, you can't be doing it too badly. Mons Calpe at home was a 4-0 win. Woods, Taraj, and Haim with 2 after full time. Fair play, right? Then I'm already lost. There we go. Lincoln, we beat them 2-1 away. It honestly wasn't that close. Woods and Eaton with a pen after Murphy was sent off for a second yellow. Howe pulled one back at the death. We were better than them. We were much better than them. Then we played them away in the league and beat them 3-2. We weren't as better as we'd hoped. Willis scored early. Thompson and Williams with the goals to bring us back level and then take a final win. Which means we have Lions at home for the final game in the league. This game could not mean less, but never mind. And Europa at home in the Rock Cup final. I don't know why we're at home specifically. I suppose it's because Europa have a ground that's not ours, where no one else does. So that's where that stands. In terms of the league table, as I say, it couldn't mean less. That's the wrong league table. There we go. We're 8 points adrift of Europa. We are 13 points ahead of Mons Calpe and 17 points ahead of Lincoln. Methinks Lincoln might have collapsed. What do you reckon? So we've got one more job. We've got to overhaul Europa. And we're not there yet. I mean, look at this. George Kuna right there. 19 goals in the league this season. This boy is scary. He isn't... How far is he now from becoming Gibraltarian, please? He needs 14... No, that's eligibility. Nation. 730. 402 days to go. One more year. One more year. One more year. If we can keep him in this country, as long as he doesn't move from Europa at the end of the season... 19 goals and 18 appearances. God, Dale McGruer lives. Of course, he's Portuguese. He might decide he doesn't want to be Gibraltarian. But we can only hope, right? Lincoln, like I say, have collapsed. I don't understand what's going on over there. I don't care that much. That's what's funny about it. I will probably try and raid them for some more homegrown players. I'm already after this lad, Charlie Howe. He's not good enough, really, but we'll get him for like 180 grand. He's homegrown, and therefore we can just fit him in. He'll play centre mid. Centre mid as an advanced playmaker, which is where we'll play him anyway. It'll be perfect. Even as a centre mid attack, not a terrible footballer. He's not good enough. Like, he's not going to absolutely fly us to the moon, but he'll do a job. Tactics-wise, I have been pushing Brian Moreno as our first choice goalkeeper, and I'll go back and do that again now. He's marginally not as good as Anyanwu, but Anyanwu is on 1,600 quid a week and doesn't want to sign a new contract. He's got one more year, but honestly, I'm happy with Moreno. Moreno is younger. And is he slightly more determined? I think he's slightly more determined. No, he's not. He's slightly less determined. But still, I think Moreno is the future of Gibraltarian goalkeeping. And I'm going to push that future. And if Anyanwu doesn't want to be here, if I can get a bit of cash for him and a sell-on clause, he's wanted by some reasonable clubs. I think he, or at least he was. Maybe that interest has died down as well. Where does that live nowadays? Transfer status. Oh no, not in there. His MLS rights are held by Columbus Crew. That's important to know. I think we're going to rest. No, we're going to play Dover in this one. We've got Okiowo on the bench who can come on later. I've been playing Stevenson Baldacchino as often as I can. I don't know if he's really determined. He's 17 years old. I don't really understand why his potential ability is 2.5 stars. Maybe it's because his physicals are absolutely in the bin. But as a deep lying playmaker, you don't really need to be able to sprint all that much. Like, Kira will shit up. Just sit back there and spray balls around. I mean, his passing's okay. His technique's very good. His vision's very good. His passing will improve. Technical skills always improve. We'll see. Apart from that, we've got Moreno in goal with Somerville, Vincent, Dover and Thompson along the back four, Willis and Holmes in the middle, Rickard and Eaton on the wings, Woods and Williams up top. As you can see, there are players here that we're not going to play anymore. We've already got a fairly hefty set for release list. This summer's going to be a big one. I'm actually really glad that I didn't do it before the holiday. That I can now take it in. It's 9:30 in the morning. Oh, it's getting late. 9:30 in the morning on a day when I've got nothing to do until I pick the wife and kid up from nursery at 6 in the evening. I'm going to spend today trying to build this side up and maybe record a few episodes ahead, all in one go, so people can understand what I'm bloody well talking about. They've got Dylan Borke up front. Remember him? Holmes to Willis. Williams to Holmes and to Willis. And to Holmes and to Williams. Out wide to Rickard. That's a nice little ball. There's men over in the middle. Rickard, interesting ball to the left back, who hits one and just over the top. Interesting, as the ball flew over his head, the referee was either trying to catch it or signalling advantage. I don't really know what for. But a creative ball, nonetheless, to the completely unmarked left back who's 40 yards from goal. Somerville with the throw-in. Luzzers it young. I've turned that off. I don't know why they keep doing it. There's nothing I can do to fix it. Unless I completely rebuild the tactic from the ground up. We got it back in the end. Here's Eaton. Somerville. There goes a police car. All the things are happening. Hobbs steps in and Laws gets it, gives it back to Willis. How sporting. Chipped into the middle to Eaton. Somerville. That is a dreadful decision all round by Somerville. I believe Somerville's on the release list. I will double check it. I'll give you all that information at the end of the episode, or possibly in between. Don't know. Haven't decided yet. But considering that we should be winning this one comfortably and then losing comfortably to Somerville. Just double check. 21, 2034, and he's set for release. Goodbye. We don't have another left back in the squad, so that's good news. The game is continuing, which doesn't seem entirely fair when we've had a man sent off and we're looking to fix that. Anyone? No? Okay. So we'll put Okiowu on for... Willis? Yeah, and then he can go to left back. He won't like it. Woods can drop in there as the attacking centre mid, and we'll just do that. Yeah, that'll have to do. And then later on, we'll have to bring on Aaron Kendrick. Woo! Everyone loves it when we bring on Aaron Kendrick. We're going to keep at him. They haven't had a shot on target yet. Even with a man down, we might well be able to get around them. We've been unlucky so far. Also, 5. Go. I didn't even shout at some of them. Look, I'm getting better. The fact he's never going to play for us again isn't relevant. First time, looped ball in. Moreno catches it easily enough. Bowls it out low to Dover. Holmes out wide to Thompson. It's not the best passing, considering this is basically the same 11 that's played every game all season. Woods to Holmes. Hoofed. Williams is through. Brings it under control with a beautiful first touch. Dinks it over everything. I don't actually know if that was a dink. It might have been drilled wide, but either way, it didn't work. Hobbs with the throw-in. Is that the same Hobbs we used to have? I assume it must be. Because Hobbs is a really rare name, obviously. Pacino to Laws. Borke's on the run. It's a dreadful ball. Dover, it doesn't even have to intercept it. It just sort of hit him. Okiowu. Pounding up the left wing. Cuts it back to Woods and then sets off. That's my boy. Woods gets lunged at but beats his man. Then gets two-footed from behind and we're down to 10 each. There's something in the air, clearly, because for a match that absolutely couldn't matter less, what are these tackles that are going lunging in? I don't get it. We're going to demand more, and we're going to go very attacking, because we've not played well at all. To be fair, Somerville's got a rating of 6.5, which is incredibly generous, considering he's not been off the pitch for over half an hour, and didn't really do anything apart from waste the opportunity to cross, and hit one from 35 yards. Eaton's cross is deep, keeper punches, Holmes to Okiowu. Woods is in space, it's intercepted by Yo, Woods has a tap, and he's offside. I don't see how he can be, really. It's given us offside, but let's be honest, Yo played the ball deliberately. I know we're getting into the intricacies of the offside rule. Yes, Williams is offside, but since he didn't receive the ball, that doesn't seem like a valid offside decision. Again, couldn't really care less. But in the intricacies of the game, Yo has made a deliberate play at the ball, and therefore ended the attacking phase, before Williams got a touch on it. As much as, interfering with play is what's his name? Old Big Ears. Brian Clough used to say, if you're not interfering with play, you shouldn't be on the pitch. How has that gone? Okiowu scored his first ever goal for the club with a looping Lucy Bronze header again. Specific references. If you weren't watching the Women's Talk, we don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't really know how that's made it all the way in. I can only assume that Vinyas Cruz has fouled his own goalkeeper. But it makes his way in, and somehow we claw away a win from a truly dreadful performance. So, Thrash Arms, win or not, that was unacceptable. Somerville, come and see me in my dressing room and bring the big win. So yeah, there was nothing to play for. Literally nothing to play for, and yet 2 red cards. But hey, we won it. We're 5 points behind Europa. They haven't played their game yet. We're 8 points behind Europa. We'll negotiate with Charlie Howe off screen. Somerville's banned for a match. We'll just hit him with a demote to under 23s. I don't care. Again, he'll never play for us again. And let's do the squad thing now. Now, if we pop open the contracts picture, which I've forgotten how to do. Again, press X to flip Warthog. I have no idea what I'm doing. Many people would say that's always the case. Auto-size all columns. There we go. Right, so sort by expiry date. So there's the line at which they're already here. Tyree Simpson, bit of a shame. Wouldn't be sad to see him run out of contract, if we're being honest. But Stephen Sumner is there. He's a centre-half, kind of. Don't really know why he's here, but he's not anymore. He's set for release. Aaron Kendrick, I am reserving judgment. Because for the same reason I'm looking at signing Charlie Howe, he is homegrown. He's unambitious, I know, put that vomit reaction away, but The problem is, his best job, according to his stats, is a no-nonsense centre-half. He's definitely not that. Okay, he's maybe not that. He can't run. That's the problem. I suppose stopper is the thing that's... I'm waiting to see. Mella O'Kelly is, I believe, Irish. With a name like Mel O'Kelly, he's got to be Irish, hasn't he? Again, reserving judgment with this one. I think he's not homegrown, if I remember correctly. I'm sure he's not. Yeah, Worthing and Coventry for like 7 years. So that's the reason I'm thinking I might let him go. Somerville, we've just seen he's gone. Gary Griffin is gone. As much as he's homegrown, he's nowhere near the mark. We're no longer at the point where nearly double digits is enough for anything. So Gary Griffin's gone. Well, he's about to be. I haven't actually made the decision yet, apparently. So he is now. Goodbye. Delane Ferguson has been hanging around the squad for about 4 years, nagging that he wants first team football and then never actually performed. So he's gone. His determination's shooting up, so that's good news. Too late, he's been released. Ashley Willis. It's going to be difficult to justify keeping him, but homegrown. Kevin Heim is gone, bless him. I really like Kevin Heim. I'd love it if he'd become a big thing, but he is not homegrown. I mean, he's Austrian. He's not that player, unfortunately. 11 goals in 22 looked really good, but when it comes down to actually playing the game, he never looks like he's in charge. And he tends to score. I mean, 2 of those goals were scored in the 90th and 93rd minutes of a comfortable win. He's that kind of player. The only other one that needs mentioning is Ishak and Yanwu, who is under contract for 2 more years, but doesn't really want to be here, won't sign a new contract, isn't homegrown, and wants to be a star player when Moreno is, I think, more on my project, wherever he's gone. There we go. Who's got an extra year's contract as well. He's also younger. And we really do need to boost up the Gibraltarian goalkeeper stakes. He'll be that next season, end of next season, granted. But for now, we've still got good first choice goalkeepers. So yeah, Aaron Kendrick, Melo Kelly, and Dominic Hawkins. Did I skip over him? I did skip over him. This one's probably going to go in the bin as well. He is homegrown, and I'm tempted to keep him for that. We'll see what happens with the, whatever this guy's called. Charlie Howe? Yes. Because Charlie Howe, I would say, is better than any of them. Mentally, he's switched on more. He's younger. And physically, he's much better. So if this guy signs, even though it's for quite a lot of money, hey, we've got money to burn. From attacking mid, he scored 11 and 21 last season, and he can't even finish. So, anyway, that's quite enough yammering away. Let's get on with the cup final. So, that lad from Lincoln has agreed to sign the contract. He'll be coming over in a couple of weeks, really, when the transfer window opens. So, that pretty much does spell the end for whoever it was, Hawkins. Hawkins has also got himself an injury as well, so into the bin you go. I have got another one coming in, or an 18-year-old Englishman coming in, who I won't show you in full detail because I don't have the full detail yet. I'm hoping he's going to turn out to be a thing, but if he doesn't, no fee, 210 quid a week when we're earning 4 million quid a year in transfer in TV money doesn't really matter, does it? Moreno will get the start again, and Yanu keeps getting pinged in by the auto-selector, and I'll fix it. So it'll be Moreno in goal with Smith, Dover, Okiowo and Thompson along the back four. Willis and Holmes in the middle. Taraj and Wickard on the wings. Woods and Williams up top. Let's see if we can do this with all 11 on the pitch. Worth a point. But this is my 100th match in charge of Glasses United. It'll be nice to, win it. Europa have completely replaced their entire team. I guess they were resting players, which is weird because their last game was 10 days ago. Well, at least ours was. I don't know if they... Who knows? Anyway. We're the underdogs. Do them proud. Faith, faith, faith. Faith, faith, faith. The other thing that's interesting is that Dom Hawkins, the young homegrown centre mid who we'd very nearly decided to get rid of. No, sorry. Delane Ferguson, the young English centre midfielder we had decided to get rid of. 2 weeks before his contract expires, knowing full well I'm not going to renew it, came to me saying, I'm looking for a new challenge. I don't think I'm good enough to play for this club. So I said, you know what? You can leave if you want to. And he went, oh, thanks, boss. That's very kind of you. So I offered him mutual termination. He said no. So he's going to have to stay for the remaining 2 weeks of his contract. Never mind. Thompson, breaking down the right wing. Taking on Toby Wilson, driven in low cross, and it's back to Wilson. Thompson challenges. Woods could step in, doesn't quite. It pings off Kay, and somehow breaks down the wing to Ross, who's very good. Kuna, who's also very good. All in all, a bad combination of players to have counter-attack against you. And Few headed it onto the crossbar, and Few, he missed. Hey! Had to do it. Galliano and Daly, the strongest centre midfielder I've ever seen. Well, not ever, obviously. In this save, Galliano and Daly are an amazing centre midfielder. Willis lifts it in. Woods nods it down to Rickard. Turns Tomlinson. Turns him again. Then goes back into trouble and loses it. Never mind. Thompson to Holmes to Dover. We shall call him Ben. Smith to Rickard. Back to Smith. I probably made that joke already, haven't I? Dover pings one forward. Woods is under it. Brings it under control. Could have probably just flicked it vaguely at the goal, but never mind. Courage did that. And Courage scores against one of his many former clubs. Now that's football. A great Glasses United goal. It said so on the text and everything. Woods, fair play to have the composure to turn away. Williams running around like a headless chicken very nearly blocks a shot from his own teammate. But we are 1-0 up after 4.5 minutes. We are now at the point where we're challenging Europa. We're no longer getting smashed 6-0 by them. I can say that now because we scored a goal. We can lose 6-1, but we can't lose 6-0. Few turns Smith inside out. Smith does very well to get back. Cross comes in and Ross passes it back to the goalkeeper. Ross is that one who I would be delighted to make Gibraltarian if he didn't already have like 15 caps for Northern Ireland. And I've said this before, that's another one of the things that we're going to have to start struggling with is the players that we want to convert will already be selected. Courage with a header at the back stick. He scored his 4th goal of the season and we're 2-0 up. That is Taraj showing Europa why they should never have sold them. And showing me, who was his manager at the time, why I should never have sold him. And then bought him again. It's confusing when you're in a small nation like this. It really is. It was asked offline whether, or not offline, off comments, whether I would plan to... Ooh, good block there by Smith. And Galliano misses the header and Okiowu gets fouled and that'll do. Whether I would plan to move on from Glasses, and the answer is no, not for a long time, because there's no point. The point between bouncing from Europa to another club was to make another club professional and make another club compete, but actually it's not going to be me that does that now, it's going to be 4 million quid a year in TV money that does that. Ross heads it and Moreno makes a good save, and you have to say, we're getting battered here. Yeah, so every club in this nation has now been made professional, probably excluding the Hound Dogs. Sad Hound Dogs. So I'm only going to be able to do so much. Like, I'm not actually that good at this game. You might not have noticed. So instead, I'm going to just try and take Glasses to the next level. Try and take Glasses to be a regular Europa, or ideally Champions League, but a regular European group stage making team. Possibly even a group stage qualifying team. And if we, Glasses and Europa, can both do that regularly, then that can only help with the whole coefficient thing, which I did mean to look at, and if I remember, we'll go back to. It's the 70th minute, by the way, and we're still comfortably cruising at 2-0 up. Dover spreads one to Okiowu. There are a few bookings on the pitch. Okiowu spoons one forward. Williams doesn't compete. Daly to Ross. There's a lot of green hairbands in this league. Few is onside. Caetano wasn't. Few has a go, and it's 2-1, 72nd minute. I don't see the need to make changes. I know, right? This is me, and I'm not making changes. But I don't see it. Everyone's reasonably fit. Everyone's sharp. And I don't think I've got anything on the bench that's going to improve this. I definitely haven't got anything on the bench that's going to improve this. The only thing I might have done is taken Rickard off for Eaton, but he's got 2 assists, so leave him alone. Webb with a goal kick. Dover wins the header, but Caetano to Daly. Daly in front of Few, but Okiowu should deal with it nicely. Oh my god, Ola, have you forgotten which team you play for? Holy smokes. Right, got away with that. What was I talking about? Coefficient points? Yeah, we need to look at the coefficients. See how well Europa did this year, because I don't... Oh no, they got into a Europa League group, and got absolutely stuffed, I'm pretty sure. I think they were in the same group as like Bayer Leverkusen or something, and they got absolutely hammered all round. And we just won the Rock Cup. I forgot that was what we were going. Oh, check out Moreno and his beautiful green hairband. There's so many green hairbands. Stevenson Baldacchino wears a green hairband as well. Ooh. Hooray! First bit of silverware in the name of Glasses United, and taking it off Europa. That's it, guys. We're going to win the league next year. But anyway, Championes. Oh, there's more. There's more stuff. Championes. Oh, wait. And did you see the XG tracker? We got stuffed. Incredible win. Maybe people will take us seriously now. That's the spirit. That'll do nicely. Right, we're on the Rock Cup. We've received £119,000 for winning the Rock Cup. Again, that would have been good money a few years ago. Now, doesn't even matter. Can't bother to talk to press. £119,000. I'm the cream of Gibraltarian managers. Show me my Hall of Fame. Look at that. 146 points, 6 cups and 5 leagues. I mean, I've been up there for a while, haven't I? Ilas Ramuni is second place. Where's old Mick? Oh, Gibraltarian nationality, not Gibraltarian league. How do we do? Nation, Gibraltar. Mick, there he is. I've overtaken Big Mick. That's right, I'll dance. I can dance if I want to. Look at that. Mick McElway, sit down. It only took me, I mean, it was probably that cup, but no, it was the last cup that did it. It only took me like 15 years to overtake him, but never mind. Proud day for the fans. Whoop, whoop. They're happy with the win. Their last success was in 1998. Paid out 56 grand, and, you know, we overachieved by winning it. You would argue that Europa were probably the underachievers. But, you know. Am I in the list yet? I'm in the favoured personnel list. That's interesting. Rewind right to the beginning of the video. The average season ticket price was £101. I'm absolutely certain of it. Because I remember looking at it and thinking, why not just call it 100? That's interesting. I wonder if that'll change again before the start of the season. Honestly, we're not selling out the ground, and we've got £4 million a year coming in. I'd just let them in for free. But, you know, that's me. There's £1.3 million in transfer budget. £3.2 million overall balance there. We're £4 grand inside the wage budget and about to be 10 grand inside the wage budget. We just increased for training facilities. It's going pretty well, honestly. Facilities, that's the button. Basic corporate, don't care about that. Adequate training, below average youth, good academy, average recruitment. That's a lot better than it was. I'll keep working, don't you worry. But for now, that'll do. Let's get quickly into the Europa stuff. Europa, there they are. So they got pummeled, I believe. Yes. Celtic, Borussia Dortmund and Ghent. They'll have better seasons in Europe. They got a point off Celtic and that was it. That was after getting knocked out by Copenhagen in the Champions League qualifiers. So they did all right. What did we do? So long ago, I've forgotten what we did. I'm sure we got a little way in, didn't we? Tiraspol, Atromitos, and then Tirol, and we got stuffed. That's right. That's the third qualifier and second leg. And that's the biggest problem with what we've got and what we're going to have for a long time is we are going to struggle with we cannot lose any matches. If you qualify for the Champions League, and we've been through this, yes, you play against... what am I even clicking on? Qualification places. There we go. Where are we? Gibraltar. We still never got back up to this point here. Are we in danger of doing that? No, we are not. Next year's coefficient is worse than this year's. We're falling backwards. That's not so good. Club coefficients. Let's get down to us. There we are, 549th with 1.5, 1.5, and 2. So we're putting ours up, but somewhere up there is going to be Europa. God, this is going to take some scrolling, isn't it? I bet I scroll straight past it as well. Hold the line, caller. I'm trying to continue talking about what I was talking about while at the same time finding Europa. There's Lincoln, 1.5s and 1, so we've got a long way to go to find Europa. Yeah, so basically, we cannot lose a single match in the qualifiers to get into a group stage. And obviously that's asking a lot. Surely I must have scrolled past them by now, haven't I? No? Where's Sheriff Tiraspol, so maybe not. Europa can't be all the way up here. Oh, there they are, 65th, look. 7, 6, 5, 5, 8.5, 2, 3. So since I've left, their coefficient has fallen in the bin. And that's the problem. But there's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is try and win my Europa League, my Conference League qualifying games, and that's it. And it, again, does unfortunately come down to the fact that there's like 3 games a season that matter now. Okay, we're still trying to overtake Europa, but our qualifying games and Europa games are the only games that matter now. Make it quicker to go through a season for you guys, at least. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this one, please do like, please do sub up. Welcome back. Share it with a friend. Let the good word be spread that TTFM has returned to bring his mediocrity among you. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.